Oh, hello, this is Tak Chung from Walk with Tak. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. I apologize that I still have my sunglasses on, but I'm definitely getting a lot of improvement, and I think next time you probably would not see me in disguise anymore. Recently, I was talking to a friend. I would call him Rick for the purpose of this video. He told me how much he enjoyed using his cast iron wok. He said one of the favorite things he loves to do with his cast iron wok is to make macaroni and cheese. After he explained to me how great the cast iron wok is for in making macaroni and cheese, I was pretty much convinced. My wife loves macaroni and cheese, so I decided I'm going to do it in the wok. Okay, so let's go into the kitchen and get started. The other day, my wife picked up some macaroni for me. I didn't realize they called it elbows. When I first looked at them, they look kind of small to me, but I guess it will do. I'm going to cook my macaroni in my 14-inch Cucina stainless steel wok. Now, stainless steel wok is perfect for this purpose because it will not rust. And so I'm going to put in about 2 cups of macaroni to some boiling hot water. I boiled it for about 4 minutes, which is 1 minute less than what is recommended, because I would like them to be more al dente. I then use my spider web strainer to transfer them in a bowl of cold water. This will stop them from cooking any further. My wife told me that it is important to have some breadcrumb on the surface of the mac and cheese. So I found some, actually, this day-old bread, which are from my rosemary bread that I baked the other day. So I put them in the wok and put it in the oven, set it at proof to dry. So okay, I'm ready to cook. I'm going to cook this in my large 14-inch cast iron wok. I'm really excited about using this wok in the oven. So first of all, I'm going to put about a half stick of butter. I simply just love this wok. I love the form and shape of the wok. However, I don't use this wok very much because during my normal stir fry, this wok is a bit too heavy to move around. However, with its heat holding capacity, I can see this wok is excellent in this case for making a mac and cheese in the oven. Next, I add the macaroni to the melted butter. Now, I have never cooked macaroni cheese before in the wok, and I did this based on my understanding of other templates that I use. Basically, I adopting a simple noodle stir-fry template. I'm going to season the macaroni with my basic seasoning mix. If you'd like to know more about the ingredients in this seasoning mix, you can take a look at this video. Next, I'm going to season it with a tinge of salt. I then mix the contents with the wok spatula. I love the sound that it makes when the wok spatula goes through the cast iron surface. At this point, I'm going to do a taste test to see about the texture of the macaroni, as well as to see what it tastes like at this point. Then I will know what to do next. After the taste test, I decided that actually it tastes not bad at all, and I think I'm now ready to go to the next step. Next, I'm going to add some heavy whipping cream because from talking to my wife, she said she really liked the macaroni cheese that has a creamy flavor and texture. So I'm going to add approximately about 1/3 cup of heavy whipping cream. I think one nice advantage of making this macaroni cheese in the wok is that you can mix things just like you would normally stir fry, and it makes much more efficiently. I then add mozzarella cheese to the macaroni. As you can tell, I did not measure the macaroni cheese. When I asked my wife what kind of cheese that I should add and how much, she just simply said to me, add a lot of it. I don't care, just add a whole bunch of it. Next, I'm going to add some Parmesan cheese, which is my wife's all-time favorite cheese. So in this case, I want to make sure that I add plenty of it because I think in this case, it probably never is going to be enough. The last two cheese I'm going to add is a mixture of Kobe and Monterey Jack cheese. Now, I used to not to like cheese that much, but since then, because my wife loves cheese, I tend to have greater exposure to cheese now. I really enjoyed when you have a dish that you have a different type of cheese to go into it and to give it a nice mixed flavor. So next is that I'm going to use the wok spatula to mix everything up. I'm going to mix them gently so that I will not break up or disturb the cheese too much, because I don't want it to become too stringy, at least at this point. So I gently turn everything over and to mix them in such a way that they are evenly distributed. So based on my wife's description of how the macaroni cheese should be like and how she liked the best, is that first of all you have cheese mixed in with the macaroni, and then she described to me that it would be nice to have a layer of cheese on top, so when you bake it in the oven, the cheese will melt into a single layer and it gives almost like a coating to the macaroni cheese dish. So the first thing is that I use up the remaining of the mozzarella cheese that I have. This is followed by adding some additional Kobe Jack cheese. And so finally, I'm going to top it with some Parmesan cheese. Again, like I said, I'm not sure exactly how much cheese that I should add. Again, I do not have that experience. So I think this is probably an example of flavor chasing in many ways to decide what is the right amount of cheese to put on the top of the dish. So lastly, my wife has described to me one of the signature of a good macaroni cheese is that it has a nice crust. So to create that crust, I'm going to use some bread crumb. As I have mentioned earlier, I have baked some rosemary bread and I have about a couple slices left over. So I break them up first and I actually put it into the cast iron wok and leave them in the oven and to dry them. And then after they pretty much dry, I crumble them up. And then now I'm laying them over on top of the cheese. Again, I'm not following any recipes. I think because of flavor chasing, template-based cooking, it has provided me with a basic understanding of how each of the ingredients are going to work. So I can do it according to my intuition, what I think the dish should or might taste like. So okay, now the dish is ready to go into the oven. I have preheated the oven to 400 Fahrenheit. And again, the cast iron wok, because of its all-metal construction, it worked very well inside the wok. I bake it for about 20 to 30 minutes. I keep an eye on it. Now it is done. And you can see that it does give a very nice golden crust. When I serve the different portion from the cast iron wok, you can tell that because I have pre-sprayed the wok, it did not stick to the wok at all. So at the end, this is what it looks like. For better or for worse, I think it turned out to be quite nice. My wife really enjoyed it. Of course, she told me that I should have put in even more cheese than I already have. Well, I guess that's the way it is. After I make the macaroni cheese in the wok, I told a friend of mine that's what I did. And she said to me, "Why did you do that? You're supposed to help people to eat healthy." Well, I admit, certainly macaroni and cheese is not broccoli or cauliflower. But however, I think it is important that we enjoy what we eat. If we are able to make something that create diversity and variations in our diet, we will cook more. To me, home cooking is the crust of a healthy diet. I remember there's a quote by an industrial consultant to the food industry. He said, if you cook everything yourself, you can eat anything you want, never have to worry about going on a diet for weight loss or worry about any health issues. Now, this might seem to be an exaggeration, but however, there is some truth to that, because if you cook everything yourself, first and foremost, you will be able to control your portion size. Secondly, if you committed to cook all your food using all fresh and unprocessed ingredients, very quickly you will automatically reach out for the diversity in your diet. So in my future video, I will continue to find ways to help you to make the best use of the wok, to cook both the type of things that you enjoy in the past or the new recipes or new templates that you're going to develop that will give you a much healthier choice. So my conclusion is that there's nothing wrong to cook macaroni and cheese in a wok. I just don't do it too often. And my wife really enjoys the macaroni cheese that I make. And she herself said to me, yeah, just do it maybe once every couple months. I thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, and share. I'll see you next time.